Columbus in an ahistorical way by calling him some sort of racist or some sort of genocidal maniac. The man never committed any sorts of genocide at all, and he was actually known among the Spanish explorers for his good treatment of the natives.
Fuck Spain.
Can't you feel the fire in my heart? I need no new friends. I am not afraid to take a life. I'll kill your last for real. To kill or be killed, the Lord respects. 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 Born to win, look at me, I'm far from sin. I'm far from sin, but I kill you with my righteous stick. You think you fly when your grandma.
Zooming got that drip, bitch.
Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving a snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping no do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right. That's the Lord, why did he save me? Crack, baby, born in the 80s. Used to hide dope in my grandmother's basement. I seen that nigga brains all on the pavement. Dr. 32 with a switch and the laser. I was down bad with an 8-ball scale and a razor. I came out the struggle, I finally made it. I counted these blessings, I'm never complaining. Kid soldier, they give me your orders, they corner one corner, I do what I'm told. Nothing my crown, I'ma be fly as a bitch. You know I'ma dip it in gold. They call me Batak, so that mean I'm bold. Came out the block, used to beat at the pot, then hit all the things in the hole. I chased the money, was losing my soul. Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving a snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping no do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right.
Only the real ones call me ruler. Got 50 round steel drum in a Ruger. I say go kill one of my shooter. He say I owe you like a sooner. Hey yo, talk, tell me why they testing me. Used to get guap, weed and ecstasy. I'm out the kitchen, still with the recipe. I'm in the truth, building a legacy. I keep a couple shooters with a secretary. If you ain't over me, then you ain't checking me. I just hopped off the plane of Puerto Rico. Hollers and Quinte and Cinco. Homie, I leave you stressed, it's like a limo. Pull up in any city with a rental. Free my dogs, gotta get them out the kennel. Enemy trying to pit me like an N.O., you know.
Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving a snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping no do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right. I was locked down on myself, asking the Lord every night, when am I getting out? Why he keep sending me blessings and I keep on fucking up, still haven't figured it out. Talk about behind me, I had to lose my bust, me a Yui and then made a right. 40 on me, got a body, nigga tried to rob me and ended up losing his life. I bought a ticket to Cuba, TSA locked me up when I was boarding the flight. Crackers ain't give me a bail, so I was stuck in that bitch and that shit had me tight. And I had beef with the ops, I put the mirror in the bathroom and made me a knife. I see why the murder rate high, niggas be pussy and shit and they can't really fight. Used to hit packs, stood on the block and was moving a snack. Now I spit truth and I'm writing these raps. I follow y'all, how was y'all, he coming back. All of my niggas really changed their life and we sitting in class every single night. Sipping no do say, and we breaking out scriptures that law really get you right.
¡Maldito sea! ¡Todos! santo.
Jehová, tu Dios, te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial.
Jehová tu Dios te ha escogido para hacerle un pueblo especial. Un pueblo. No está hablando de los chinos, no está hablando de los árabes, no está hablando de los japoneses, de nosotros. Nosotros somos la gente más odiada en este mundo, más odiada. Y toda la gente de Dios.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil.
I remember I was only 13 when I met the demon. Gave me a deuce and a bundle of cocaine. Told me to sell to my people, make sure you keep him fiending. If any try to shoot you, make sure that you leave him leaking. He said,
I'ma hold you down when problems pop up.
how you got me moving this dope? Want me in lockup? He said,
Don't you want the Benz vertible with the top cup?
Yeah.
Stop, bitch, and get in that kitchen. Let it rock up. Bitches love the dope boy, especially when it's guap up. I know you know Ron.
who the plug from by the block up?
I'll tell you a little secret. Make sure that you keep your mouth shut. Ron got a Lexus, crib in Philly and Texas. Trips to the Bahamas, just got a whip for his mama. He fucking up them commas. Be honest, he seemed decent though.
I hear you, but I just seen Ron about a week ago. In fact, he ain't looking too good. His knees is kinda slow. I asked him why the struggle. He got stuck up for his bundle, but them 6 hollow tips in his legs what made him crumble.
Bitch, he got a house and mama is living good.
Said the feds took it all. He right back in the hood. I see you try to play me. You gave us crack in the 80s. Made us abort our babies and making hoes out our ladies. I know you got me gravy, but Satan, you must be crazy. It's gonna take more than them cars when to amaze me. I seen niggas shoot for the stars, but being lazy. Never get their head at the clouds, so you don't faze me.
I guarantee that you gon' regret it. Remember I said it.
Nah, you could dead it.
What you saying? I can't win?
Nah, devil, nice try. So until we meet again.
I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't religious or superstitious, but we've been getting fucked and put to the side like a mistress. Police patrolling why? Because prison became a business. They murder one of ours and they start talking about forgiveness. We think that it's alright because we got public assistance. If this ain't hell, dog, what is this? Where was all lives mattered when they killed Osama? There was no peace talk like the Dalai Lama. Bush dropping bombs saying he gon' bring the drama. They got justice, man, they even caught the Boston bomber. But when we ride, they send the military and armor. When we fight oppression, then our people die a martyr. You reap what you sow, some people call it karma. When Christ return, y'all gon' get this harvest like a farmer. Don't tell me don't bring up the past no more. They still trying to settle the score with a side of Shakur. I changed my life and I'm just trying to live life right. But at night I look behind me and see flashing lights, patting me down. You got nothing that's poking me right. I don't smoke or push pills, I gave up my vice. So Mr. Officer, why you wanna take my life? And your honor, why you gave our homeboy's life? I've been wondering why you shot our homeboy twice. Pussy with a gun screaming out that he got a knife. He came from Habibi's spot, it was chicken and rice. Shit's trife, I'm just giving visuals like Skype. Ask Trayvon, Mike Brown, Akai Gurley, Eric Garner, Sean Bell, Philando, Alton Sterling, Jaquan McDonald. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. The white man is so devilish. Ask Hammurabi, he'll tell you who the devil is. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils. And we seen the rise of the devil. We fell for the lies of the devil. When we got high was the devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. I ain't have to die to meet the devil. Angels fell and landed in the ghetto. The earth was given to the hands of devils, and we seen the rise of the devil. I pray for the demise of the devil. Lord knows I despise every devil. I looked into the eyes of the devil and said, I pray you die, every devil.
Okay. There's somebody at the door? There was somebody at the door? No. Okay. Salaam Lord Christ. 1 second. You right here for me? The water. Heavy. Warrior. See me one more time. Warrior. You should have played that skit real quick. Honestly.
I was
watching the generals react to it. General Muhammad was laughing. Hey, made me so proud. Made me so proud. I was like, man, we made it. We made it big time.
You a rapper? You look like a rapper.
All right. Hey, shalom. Yahabashim Al-Shah Barakatah. Shalom Yahal Shamal Latah Bashim Al-Shah to all the brothers on the sisters. Let me know if the audio's to Wab Baba Kashah. If you can hear yourself and you can hear me, please drop a 1 in the chat or something like that. We are live. ICBK Southern California. We are live on ICBK Las Vegas. Okay, sounds good to me. All right. Like, share, and subscribe. Baba Kashah. Like you see what the class is on. Immoral sexual relations and more. You know what I'm saying? If you have any questions, Baba Kashah, type it in the chat. I am Preaching Officer Kraza. I'm here with the brothers Natazak Malakma and the sister as well, man. Let me see. Let me go to these comments, matter of fact. Yeah, if y'all brothers got any questions, type them in the chat. I'll do my best to answer them. You know what I'm saying? This is the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. Started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York, under Commander General Yohana. We're here to teach all so-called blacks, Latinos, and natives their true identity according to the Bible and the truth according to the Bible. We're here to break down all the lies and false teachings of Christianity and many other groups out there. We are not affiliated with any other Israelite group. We are the home of the truth. Make sure you like, subscribe, and share to the class. I said it like 50 times and pay your tithes as well, all right? Let me remove this real quick. I don't know why that's right there. Okay, yeah. All right. With that, we're going to go into sexual immorality. There's a couple things I want to get into first. It's like a camera, that bag right there. Oh, it's like my rib got it. Oh, shit. If you have any questions on sexual immorality, we're going to talk about it all. Things, we're going to go into the law. We're going to break down what sexual relations are wrong. I'm gonna give you some examples of brothers being put in situations where their behavior towards sexual actions was tested, and whether they passed or failed, we'll see the judgment on it, and we'll see what happened to them. We're gonna touch on Leviticus 18 mainly, and parts of Leviticus 21, precept certain things and things of that nature, right? So I want to start the class off by saying, America promotes a lot of, deviance, a lot of immoral sexual acts. They put a lot of things out there for, do I add you, Malakma?
No, you got it.
Okay. They put a lot of things out there for us to, watch and do and promote for us they promote the behavior of a demon or a deviant for a person to be so. And how do they promote this behavior? Through, various porn websites, can I say that? It's like porn? Okay. All right. Through various porn websites, through various things where you can get many of your fetishes off. You know what I'm saying? You can watch people do sexual lewd acts. You can watch people, you can watch people do lots of different things. People have bestiality. You can watch people, it's no holds bar on some of these websites. And brothers gotta really dive into what you're watching, the spirit behind what you're watching, what it does to you. You see what I'm saying? Because in watching these things, you now start to desire these things. The demon hops on you and wants you to desire these things. And it is America that's enabling you to do it because they're putting it out there for you. Like in our society, in our kingdom, we're not going to have things like that because things like that are not allowed. Things like that are not lawful. So you won't have a place where you can go watch woman on woman, man on man, stepsister, stepmom, and mom and my aunt, and whatever type of things. All these things are unlawful, and I'm gonna break them down to you today. I'm gonna show you where they're unlawful in the Bible, right? Give me Isaiah 58:1. This is gonna be my first precept real quick. And Hosea 4:6 too. These two precepts are good to always keep in your mind when a brother is teaching and when you're being taught. Keep Isaiah 58:1 in your mind. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm here to help you. I'm here to help you be better. And I'm here to be better as well. So in that, we helping each other. You know what I'm saying? It ain't I'm not saying these things for you to, get upset, get angry, for you to, not want to be, just to bash you. I'm here to do this for your edification, right? So where we at? Isaiah 58:1.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Book of Isaiah, chapter 58, verse 1.
Mm-hmm.
Cry aloud, spare not.
Right.
Lift up thy voice like a trumpet.
Right.
And shew my people their transgressions.
And show my people their transgressions. That's our job to do. We're here to lift up our voice and tell our people, hey man, what you doing, you desiring your wife's mother is wrong. You desiring your wife's sister, you desiring your uncle's wife, you desiring your father's other rib. These things are wrong. These things are immoral. These things are unlawful. You understand? So drop that and give me Hosea 4:6. We're gonna get into it.
Which verse was it, sir?
Hosea 4:6.
Okay, I got it, sir.
Mm-hmm.
The book of Hosea, chapter 4 and verse 6.
Mm-hmm.
My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge.
Right.
Because thou hast rejected knowledge, I will also reject thee, that thou shalt be no priest to me.
So since you reject the knowledge of God, since I'm telling you this, find me the precept. Do I become thy enemy because I tell you the truth? Find that precept for me too. Give me that one too, because I know a lot of these things might hurt a lot of these people's feelings, or they might be some things that you might have never heard before. But these are things that you need to know. You need to know, brother. Dive off in his law, sister, brother, and sister. Dive off in his law, get it in, and become very familiar with it. You know what I'm saying? You cannot desire certain people. You cannot even look on certain people in their nakedness. You know what I'm saying? Like, we gotta understand these things and move accordingly. Like, the law has to be in us. The law has to be our actions. The law has to be what we do in our moral compass. Because if we don't have the law as our moral compass, what is going to be our moral compass?
Right.
What is going to be the thing that keeps you grounded and keep you right? America? You looking for your oppressor to keep you right? You looking for him to, tell you right from wrong? If that's what you're doing, you're on a crash course for destruction, brother. You're on a crash course for, hell. And how's that been going for you? Right. That's a better question to ask. How's that been going for you? You know what I'm saying? Shalom to everybody in the chat. Salakia. I got this big bar right here. I can't really see. Pause. But I'm pretty sure, Nathabalam, Kodashi Allah, anybody else, if I missed you, Salaki. Those are the two I see right there. But like and share, Bubba Kashal. Get the class up there. This is something that is really heavy. It's a topic that doesn't really get touched on too much, but it needs to be touched on. You see what I'm saying? You had your hand up, Malak Masalaki.
Sir, there's a video circulating on the internet. Just to let you know, sir, it's a father. I don't know if he's a fake Israelite or what he is, but he it's some show on Netflix called Jurassic World, and it's showing like two women, kissing each other. So I mean, I don't know if you want to show that, but just let you know I have it there just in case you want to show how what's on it. I don't have to play the video, but to show Jurassic World.
Let's see it.
Kids on Netflix.
Oh yeah, let's see. Oh yeah, it's for the kids. You said on Netflix. I think my son watched that before, if I'm not mistaken. Let me see it.
It's a clip right here.
And now we finna ban that in the household because he likes dinosaurs. Let me see this stuff.
Jurassic World was still playing, and we came across this.
You were trying to tell me something before. What? Earlier in the list, before the Noctosaurus went all crazy. It seems super important. It was. The truth is, Sammy, I've fallen for you.
Lord have mercy.
Like, hard. Real hard.
Jurassic World, Jurassic World. Since when did this happen in Jurassic World? I thought it was about dinosaurs. Dinosaurs, guys.
I don't even know when.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah. See, and me and my rib was talking about it, and about how, because I seen a video on TikTok about Disney and how the lady was just so gun ho. I wish I had it. She was so gun ho on. She's like this new. I guess she's like one of the new leads on something, some type of new manager or something, or a new production, something like that. And she's gun ho on allowing these type of scenes, these type of things to be portrayed to the public. Shalom, Lord Christ. To be betrayed to the kids. They feel it's right to teach your kids these things. They feel it's right to teach you these things and show and allow you to be this way when God says differently. The most high power of this Bible, the most high power of all blacks, Hispanics, and natives say you can't be this way. You see what I'm saying? Give me the precept. Am I now your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Come. The book of Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17. They zealously affect you,
right?
But not well.
You can drop that. Read that one more time. 16.
The book of Galatians chapter 4 and verse 16. Am I therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth?
And not therefore become your enemy because I'm just trying to edify you, because I'm trying to tell you something that's true, that's right. But people will hate you for that. We go out on the street all the time. Over the years that we've been in this truth, I've been warned with these brothers right here. I done seen it happen. We go out there and tell, and definitely in Hollywood, we see it all the time in Hollywood. Hollywood is a disgusting place. I see why the Lord put us there. Hollywood is a disgusting place. We battle these type of situations all the time where people feel they have the right to be any kind of deviant they want to. And granted, America enables you to be that way, and you do have that right in America. But in the eyes of the Lord, there's consequences for your actions. And those consequences will be held, and the consequence, you'll be held to the standard of those consequences, right? And we go out there and we tell brothers and sisters, you know, hey, brother, you can't do this, you can't do this, you can't do that. This is lawful, this is not lawful. Come back to the truth. And guess what? They hate us for telling them that. They hate the fact that we're out there telling, and all the things you see on Hollywood Boulevard, they hate the fact that we're telling them to do something right. They hate the fact that we're trying to get blacks, Hispanics, and natives off drugs, out of gangs, stop going to prisons, to stop hating one another. They hate these facts. You understand? So let's drop that. Let's get into the Levitical law, right? Let's break down some of these things. Let's get Leviticus 18. We're just going to run it down through the whole chapter, right? I might call out a precept here and there. If y'all brothers want to get in, go ahead.
Okay.
She's a lot.
Leviticus 18 and what?
18 and 1. Let's start it from there.
Come on. The book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God. After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Hold on, Slack. Let me get there with you.
I'm on verse.
We're going to start back at 1.
I'm going to say, okay.
Let's see. Let me get there right quick. All right, let's get it.
Come. The book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 1. And the Lord spake unto Moses, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, I am the Lord your God.
Right.
After the doings of the land of Egypt, wherein ye dwelt, shall ye not do.
Right.
And after the doings of the land of Canaan, whither I bring you, shall ye not do.
Right.
Neither shall ye walk in their ordinances.
Okay, so obviously the Lord sees that, hey, we come from a place of where things that were common in that society, the Lord seen that and told us that, hey, don't do this. Don't do those things, because what you seen, I'm the Lord your God. I'm not with that. You might have seen billy goats and owls and all this being brought into the bedroom of sexual relations. You might have seen a Hamite sleeping with his granddaughter. You might have seen these type of things. But all those things you see and all the things that you're going to see passing through this land of Canaan, don't do. How do we correlate that to today? All the things that you see in America and all the things that America enables you to do doesn't mean just because America says it's right, doesn't mean it's right for you to do. You see what I'm saying? This is the Lord telling you, look, be mindful. I'm the Lord your God. You know what I'm saying? I'm over you. And what you might see, it's kind of like this with your kids. You take your kids to the park and you see some kids doing something crazy. And you look at your child like, you better not do that shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm your mama. I don't know what they mama and them over there doing, but that, you better not do it. And your kid might look at you like, be tempted to do it, but they listen to you and they don't do it. That's a good child. You see what I'm saying? Why do I say that? Because that's how you got to be in America. America, you might see everybody diving their hands and doing this. It might be common for a young sister to see and want to be this popular and fast, sexy red or this type of person. You know what I'm saying? Or, you know, a whore. But the right thing to do is to go against that and be something different. See what I'm saying? Let's continue on verse 4.
Okay. Verse 4. Ye shall do my judgments and keep mine ordinances. To walk therein, I am the Lord your God. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments, which if a man do, he shall live in them.
If a man what?
If a man do, he shall live in them.
He shall what?
He shall live in them.
He shall live in them. If a man do these things, he shall live in doing this. You shall live in doing my law. But what's the opposite? If you're not doing it, you're gonna go ahead, Malakma.
Like, so I have that footage that you were talking about earlier with that sister saying that it's they admit to having that agenda.
Oh yeah, please. Yeah, please. Let's get that real quick. Small sidebar real quick. It's on what I was talking about, how Disney, how they try to, how America tries to, teach these deviant activities to your kids. And they're admitting to it. So you got to be mindful of what your children is watching. You got to be mindful of, what's out there, because America is a wicked place. This society is a wicked place. You understand? And I appreciate this, Malakman. This is like, I feel like a General Hyman class right now. I got displays in a damn tech guy right here just putting this shit up. Slocky.
Twitter, some videos that show pretty much exactly what Disney behind the scenes is thinking. Watch this.
Roberts and like our leadership over there has been so.
Wait, hold on. This is on national news, right? I've seen this on TikTok. Somebody, I think, they might have been doing a commentary on this, but this is on Fox. This is on national news. She's admitting this on national news. All these devils is bold, and that looks like a sister, if I'm not mistaken. Oh man, a casualty of America. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead, let's play it.
Not at all secret gay agenda, and so like I feel like I felt like it was. I mean, like maybe it was that way in the past, but I guess like something must have happened in the last like they're turning it around. They're going hard, and then all that like momentum that I felt, like that sense of I don't have to be afraid to like let's have these two characters kiss. Let's in the background. Like I was just wherever I could, just basically adding queerness to like if you see anything queer in the show, I'm proud of them. But like I just was like, no one would stop me, and no one was trying to stop me.
So it's not at all secret agenda anymore, because that video, which was apparently an all hands meeting about the Florida law. Now, Chris Rufo has posted that on Twitter, and everybody's talking about the woke agenda of the world.
All right, you can stop. That sister has been touched. That sister has been molested. She's been hurt. You understand? That sister has been hurt. And you heard the saying before, hurt people want to hurt people. Right. You know what I'm saying? And since she's been hurt, and it's a real tendency, people tend to think that, you would think that, hey, this person's been touched, so they want to prevent other people from getting touched. A lot of these people, when those type of things happen to them, they start to despise other children, right, like other people's innocence, because they feel theirs was taken. I never had that. You would think it would be the opposite. In a right person's mind, is like, man, that shit happened to me. It's like those things happen to me, and I don't want that to happen to nobody else. That's a right person's mindset. Right. But in a wicked person's mindset, they think that those things happen to me. I despise everyone that has those things. And since they have it, I want to take it away from them as well, because I never had it. And that's a wicked mindset to have. It's children that they see and they're like, you know what? You should be that. I want to pull you far to this spectrum of wickedness as I can, because that's what happened to me at a young age. You should go through my pain. You should feel what I feel. You see it all the time with villains. Right. Villains be sitting there on a movie or on a show. They're like, I went through some tragic catastrophe when my face is half blown off. Now I want to blow up the world. You know what I'm saying? Now the world will feel my pain. The world will understand that today Red Skull is God or something like that. You know what I'm saying? They try to make it some exaggerated thing, but they just really just want the world to feel their pain. They want people to hurt because they walk around. I went through this and nobody cared. Now I want the world. If the world feels my pain, people will care. You know what I'm saying? That's the type of wicked mindset of these people. That's why they want to push this on your kids. But they flew this under the radar of allowing LGBTQ.
Right.
Once they push for that, what they really was, it's always, you got to think Esau is conniving. He's crafty. He is deceitful. Know your enemy. You understand? Know your enemy. He's very deceitful, very, very, I'm gonna give you this, but I'm gonna fly this under the radar type thing. You know what I'm saying? That's a funny comment. But we don't promote any unaliving in the Israelite School of Universal and Practical Knowledge. When Christ comes back, we will get that justice in that time. You see what I'm saying? That is a funny comment.
What do you say?
And the person is making, and the person got a Disney. My God, that is hilarious. You guys on this internet is wild. But back to the more serious matter. You gotta be more understanding of what they try to do when they put these things out there promoting you, hey, LGBTQ. And I'm gonna do a more of a breakdown on this, but I'm just gonna mention it right now. When they put these more LGBTQ, they put it out there so they can fly pedophilia under the radar.
Right.
When they can fly pedophilia under the radar, they can now do the things that they want to do to your children. You see what I'm saying? But they put it under the umbrella of LGBTQ. Go ahead, Malama.
So I just wanted to add to what you're saying, sir. Like, I couldn't help but notice, right, that one, it's a sister that they got at the forefront of this thing, admitting to the event. And then the second thing I noticed, right, is that on that TV show on Netflix, the two women that were kissing look brown, look so-called Hispanic.
Right.
It was like, why do they always, and I noticed this in a lot of movies and TV shows that they do, the characters that are LGBTQ have to be either black or brown. They never make white characters LGBTQ. It's always us that they want to push this on and be the face of.
Right. And then when they do, if they do it with so-called white people characters, it's real quick scenes. It's not all long and exaggerated with they try to make it more sentimental when it's like that, because you know why? They know, and they know how we should live.
Right.
They know it. Like not the mass of them, but the ones that are in control of it know how we should live. They read the Bible. They grew up, this is now they know that this goes against the Bible, and they like to be defiant. And look, they know that this is a way that they should live. But I'm going to push it off, and they want you to be at the forefront of it, because if they know if I'm at the forefront of it, if I'm, they don't trust me. A trusting face is a person that looks defeated, or a person that is defeated. You'll trust that person more than the person that isn't defeated. So if you're, at the forefront of drugs, it's an Israelite, it makes drugs look more, what's the name? And on top of that, we're the salt of the earth. We can make anything look good. You know what I'm saying? So all these factors tie into why they do it. Well, let's get back to the precepts. Let's get to these deviant acts spoken in Levitical law and why you shouldn't do them, right? Because if you want to live, you're going to follow this law. If you want to die, go ahead, be whatever the hell you want to be, right? Go ahead. Where we at? I think
we at the end of 5, sir.
Jump down to 6. Let's go.
Come on. Verse 6. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him, to uncover their nakedness. I am the Lord. The nakedness of thy father.
Okay, so none of you, I'm gonna break this down. None of you shall approach to any that is near of kin to him. So this is like, think of it when it says to him, think of yourself. All right. So none of you should approach him that is near to kin. Right. Then it's gonna break down who's near to kin, right? To uncover their nakedness. Uncovering their nakedness would be, okay, seeing a brother shirt off, seeing the sisters, cleavage. Like King David, when he seen Bathsheba out the shower, he's seen Uriah's nakedness. That's his wife. That's his nakedness and her nakedness. You see what I'm saying? That's his brother's nakedness. Or when you think of Ham and Noah, they seen their father's nakedness. You shouldn't see, obviously, the genitalia area. That's an obvious one. But other things, your shirt's off, or you walking around at the beach with your shirt off. That's not lawful to do. When you walking around as sisters with bikinis on and they just got bra and panties on, that's unlawful to do. Sisters just with their tops out or they no pant, like things like that. You walking around the house with your family's there and you got booty shorts on. That's unlawful to do. These are type of things that you cannot do around people. When you got your husband just around, oh, he can see your nakedness. Show him all of it. When you got your wife around, show her all of it. But these are things you got to do. And you got to be mindful, if you have children, to be mindful of that as well. You don't want to show them your nakedness as well. These are things that go against the laws of God, right?
Right.
Men's chest too. You can't be walking around here in tank tops and like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not what you should be doing around the Akim. You can do it. I mean, not to say you can't wear a tank top at all, but around brothers, around people that can see you, your nakedness should not be shown. And now we're going to get into whose nakedness you also cannot see as a person, right? Go ahead, Malakma.
So I just had a question. That would include that image, right? That fake Israelites push of Howard Shine.
With his shirt off?
Yeah.
Yes. Like, they clearly describe, hold on, Salaki. They clearly describe what Christ was wearing. He was clothed with a garment down to the foots.
Right.
But they got this Negro, or whoever the hell he is, with no shirt on, with a thunderbolt in his hand like he's Zeus or something. The hell wrong with these Negroes? Like, come on. Y'all gotta be more witty, more smart, more understanding, more circumspect. Any image you see with us in the Israelite School of UBK, I don't know if y'all can see this one back here with Christ. Malakma, if you could, you've got one, pull one up of what we show Christ looks like. You see what I'm saying? And if you could, pull one up of what they show.
Show them with the tights and the camel toe.
They got one that looked like nasty, nasty Nate. They got, I think they took that one down and made a new AI generated one. You talk about.
The one that want here's an inappropriate one, sir.
Let's get it real quick. Just to show y'all. Quick sidebar. I'm gonna get to the whose nakedness you can and can't.
They try to make them look.
Y'all see that? You cannot be like that. Definitely our king would not dress like that. You understand? Because he understands the law. He lives the law. You see what I'm saying? What we read in verse 5. A man do, if a man do, he shall live in them. We live in the law. Like our lives evolve around being in the law. And we're not going to walk around the Akim with our shirt off, showing off our muscles to other men. You understand? It's like it. What can I say? That's inappropriate.
Also, this one, sir. The infamous one.
There it is. They be trying to hide this one. That looks like their leader. You know what I'm saying? He made an image in his likeness, just like Caesar Borgia made an image, just like Leonardo, and then made an image in Caesar Borgia's likeness. You know what I'm saying? Same thing. Like, you see the similarities there, but show what the UPK show. I see brothers right here with chariots, and they girded up from the foot to the shoulder, head pieces and all that. Even in the Russian icons,
yeah, come.
Factual pictures. Even in the Russian icons, they're clothed to the foot.
Right.
And you sisters want to be out here showing all your goodies. All right. So you got the one with him in green. This one, you got this one right here. Show that one too. This is what the UPK shows. Boom. But this one he about to show is, I've been seeing this image since I was a young man. It's been embedded in my mind. And this is what I know what Christ looks like, because this is how we dress. And this is what is described in the Bible. Obviously, you know, the face and things of that nature, but it's the emblems of what he's wearing, the hair, the fringes, the pap, everything about it is biblical. You understand? If y'all could bear with me to like 9:20, something like that. Oh, it's back there. Dang. If you can't find it, it's too wild. I think they can probably get the gist of it from right there. And while you at it, subscribe to ISGPK Southern California. Subscribe to ISGPK Las Vegas, man. If you know anybody in these areas, bring them into the truth, the home of the truth. If you got any questions on what we're about to go into, type them in now. I'm going to get to your questions. But we're about to go into whose nakedness you cannot see, right? And then we're going to go into who you can lay with and who you cannot lay with. Then we're going to go into many different things, all right? Go ahead. Give me the Leviticus. Let's get to Leviticus. Let's get through this real quick, because I guess it's a lot of this.
You want me to get through the Leviticus?
Okay. So verse 7. Back to whose now it says, you should not uncover the nakedness of anybody near the kin. That's what 6 said. Now we on 7. Let's go.
Verse 7. The nakedness of thy father, or the nakedness of thy mother, shalt thou not uncover.
So we shouldn't look at your mama's nakedness or your father's nakedness. The example of that, an example of that, Salakia, is with Ham Noah, right? He's seen the nakedness of his father and laughed at him. The other two brothers seen the nakedness of their father and walked backwards to cover him up, which was righteous to do. You understand? Because they didn't want to see the nakedness of their father, which you shouldn't, right? I'm not walking around the house with my son, you know, with my shirt off. You know what I'm saying? Wait till he in the bed or something. I might go in the kitchen with my shirt off and get something to eat, but he ain't seeing me. You understand? But when y'all out, when you having family time, we're doing things. I'm not trying to, and think about it when you get older. Are you trying to see your dad with his shirt off? Like you grown ass man. Are you trying to walk around? You go over there at dinner time, and your dad is out there with belly out, grabbing a pot of green beans, getting mac and cheese and fried chicken. Like, Negro, put his shirt. That's what you're gonna think. Like, put his shirt on, Dad. Nobody want to see all that. That's lawful of you. That's the spirit of God on you right there doing that. See what I'm saying? You just didn't know it was in the law. You don't want to see your mama come downstairs in booty shorts.
Right.
Like, mama, what the hell? I don't want to see that, Mom. Your mama's breast?
Right.
I don't want to see that, Mom. Unless it's a medical emergency and we got to come try to help you, I don't want to see it. Go ahead.
Slack it. This brought me back to a clip that I seen on Instagram. It was
there it is right there. Most High in Christ.
It was a little boy. This is during the time like of the pandemic where we had to have class like at home. And this little boy, he's on the FaceTime thing in class. And so the mom, she walking around in this room. I guess she just looking for something, but she's butt naked, and she's like walking around looking for something. She doesn't even know he's in class. Like, so he got the screen right on his mom in the background. So the teacher say something like, is she naked? And so she looked back and she just like see that the camera on, so she just jump and dip out the way real quick.
I think I seen it.
Yeah, I'm all
I
like,
seen that.
she felt that way with the teacher, but your kid,
right there.
Yeah, you don't feel this way about your kid. Like,
yeah,
just too comfortable. Like,
it's a shameful thing. A lot of sisters, this is a sidebar too. A lot of sisters start to look at their son like they man. That's weird in itself too.
Right.
But your son, you should not be walking around the house with your son able to see your nakedness. I mean, if it's an infant, if it's a baby, that's understandable. But when they become an age where they can start talking to you and they know about their pee and they, this and that, and they know about their genitalia areas, cover that shit up. It's like, cover it up. You know what I'm saying? It's not right to do. Should nobody see those things from either your father or your mother? Let's go.
Come on. The nakedness of thy father or the nakedness of thy mother shalt thou not uncover. She is thy mother.
Right.
Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
That's your mom. That's your mom. You see how I emphasize she is thy mother?
Right.
She's thy mother. You should not look at her nakedness. That's your father's wife. Think about it like that too. That's your father's wife.
Right.
That's another man's wife. Go ahead.
Verse 8. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover.
So nakedness of thy father's. If a father has another wife, don't even look at her nakedness because she's not your mom. Go ahead.
So like, seriously, that question. So I could use these two precepts, right, to like prove to show where child molestation is unlawful in the Bible.
Okay, how?
Because it's saying you're not supposed to see your father's nakedness or your mother's nakedness.
Mm-hmm.
So couldn't it go twofold? Like that's also for the fathers to their children. They the kids are not supposed to.
It's more clear down here.
Okay.
You're gonna see one where it says the father should not look at his daughters. That's one you can kind of look at. You can kind of bring that into child molestation as well, because you're not. That's so wrong in itself, but you're not supposed to look at your daughter's nakedness as well.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But you can use that because the daughter's not supposed to look at yours.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's a cut right there. But also, it's gonna say the daughter should not look at. You should not look at your daughters. You know what I'm saying? But okay, so if your father, where we at? Read it one more time. So like, where we at?
Come on. Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness. The nakedness of thy father's wife shalt thou not uncover.
So this goes into that stepmom thing on these sites you want to go watch. You want to go see stepmom porn. This is what this goes into it. You shouldn't even be looking at just because she's not your mom, because men can have multiple wives. This is why it's breaking it down.
Right.
Your father's wife. It said your mother in the first precept. So that's, you come from her. But it's also your father's wife. So if your father has another wife,
right,
or maybe your mother might have passed, Lord forbid, and now your father remarried, you see what I'm saying? You cannot look on that man's wife just because she's not your mother. You see what I'm saying? But they try to make it so innocent as if because she's not related to me, I can't do it. But why can't you look on her? I think it says it right here. Go ahead.
It is thy father's nakedness.
It's thy father's nakedness. That's why you can't look on her. She is thy father. She belongs to that man, not you. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 9. The nakedness of thy sister.
So you can't go look at your sister's getting in the shower or none of that. Don't look at her. Go ahead.
The daughter of thy father or daughter of thy mother.
Right. So if your mom, let's say your mama had a child prior to you, right? From, let's say, this is not biblical, but in today's time, right? I'm trying to bring it to today's time, so it'd be more relatable to you. Your mom has a child. She has a daughter, right? And you got a daughter from you, and that lady, that woman that has a daughter solo, she has. It can get confusing. So like it, she has a baby. She has you, and she has a sister with you. Both those sisters, you can't look at their nakedness. Right. The sister of your half sister is from another man, but it's still your sister because of your mom. And the sister that you had with your father, both of them are off limits to look at. This is just looking. We're not even into the relations part. This is looking at them naked. Right. You cannot do it. Tell that if like bloopers might happen, cover up, turn away your head, don't look. You understand?
Right.
Go put some shit on. Go cover up. You know what I'm saying? Why are you walking around the house like that? When they walk around with they just, you know, women get comfortable in the house. I know, I grew up around it. They get comfortable in the house, but I learned that is not right to do. You're not supposed to do that. Why should your brother see you in a bra?
Right.
And booty shorts? Because you want to be chilling in your room. You better grab a robe before you come out this door, because you got 5 brothers around the house and a stepdad that really wants to molest you or assault you. Right. Go ahead, keep reading.
Whether she be born at home or born abroad,
right?
Even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover,
right?
The nakedness of thy son's daughter,
Mm-hmm.
or of thy daughter's daughter,
right? So the nakedness of thy son, your grandchildren. You understand? Go ahead.
So like, sir, the born at home and the born abroad, that's talking about if you grew up. Is that talking about whether you grew up with her or not?
Yes. If you grew up with her or not, if she's born in your household or she was born over there. Because some people try to say she's not from over here. She's not you got to think of it was a time period also where if you were born in Jerusalem, you were considered a certain way. If you were born in the Holy Land, you was considered a certain way. You see what I'm saying? So, like, if you was born, like, it's just basically if you was born here or if you was born there. Think of it like that. It doesn't matter where you're born at. They're covering all the bases. It don't matter where you're born at. Just, you can't look at her. It's your sister, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Right. It's your sister. Go ahead. So breed the daughter, the daughter and son's daughter. Read that
verse 10.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 10. The nakedness of thy son's daughter,
your grandchildren, granddaughter,
or of thy daughter's daughter,
your granddaughter.
Even their nakedness thou shalt not uncover.
Mm-hmm.
For theirs is thine own nakedness.
That's their nakedness. That belongs to them. That's their innocence right there. When what we call innocence is what the Bible's describing as their nakedness. You see what I'm saying? That's their innocence. That belongs to them to have, to hold on to keep to themselves, to keep private. You understand? And we're not talking about giving your child a bath.
Right.
We're talking about lewd acts. You want to see it.
Right.
You understand? You want to look at it. You know what I'm saying? I'm not talking about, oh, I can't look at my daughter because I'm changing her diaper. Brother, change that diaper. You know what I'm saying? Get that boo-boo off her behind. But it's not talking about, oh, I'm washing my daughter up. You know what I'm saying? Nah. It's talking about what you were talking about, sexual assault. You know what I'm saying? Sexual abuse. Go ahead.
Verse 11. The nakedness of thy father's wife's daughter.
Of thy father's wife's daughter, which will be your stepdaughter. Go ahead.
Begotten of thy father.
Or thy father's wife's daughter, which would be your sister. Go ahead.
She is thy sister.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Right.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's sister.
Mm-hmm.
She is thy father's near kinswoman.
Kinswoman. Right. So you can't look at your auntie's nakedness. Your auntie with the big booty that want to flirt with you at the cookout, you can't look at her. Oh, nephew, you so handsome. Your daddy's sister the whole time want to pinch your cheeks and tell you how much you look good and this and that. Judites go through this. And they end up knocking down their auntie. It's unlawful. You can't even look at her nakedness, brother. Go ahead, because it's your father's kinswoman. Right. It's your father's sister. Like, what are we doing in Israel? That's your father's sister.
Right.
Right? Come on.
Verse 13. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy mother's sister.
Your mama's sister, on your mama's side. Your mama's aunt. You got aunts. Can't look at your aunties on your mama's side. But these are the type of things America promotes for you to do. They say you can do these things. They say it's okay. When you look at it on this site, you can do whatever you want to it. You know the shame you feel after that. The disgust you feel after that. You feel you want to turn it off immediately. That's shameful. You know why it's shameful? Because it's unlawful.
Right.
Understand? Go ahead.
I don't count. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy father's brother.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not approach to his wife.
Right. So if you're a woman, you cannot go look at your father, your uncles. Or if you're a man, good night.
Good night, man.
You cannot go look at your uncles. Right? Go ahead. This goes into your uncle shouldn't be coming into your room at night.
Right.
Your father shouldn't be coming into your room at night. This goes into what you were saying. This is where you pull this in the Levitical law. And Leviticus 20 goes into it a little bit as well. And I believe Deuteronomy 30, I think it's 32 or 37. One of those. It goes into, or 27. It goes into it a little bit as well. All right. But go ahead. Let's go.
Thou shalt not approach to his wife.
Mm-hmm.
She is thine aunt.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy daughter-in-law.
Mm-hmm.
She is thy son's wife.
Right. You can't go look at your daughter-in-law and be like, hey, it's good. Well, my son's daughter, she giving you the eye, you giving her the eye, and y'all go try to do something. That's unlawful to even look at her nakedness, right? Go ahead.
It's like, thou shalt not uncover her nakedness.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife.
Mm-hmm.
It is thy brother's nakedness.
Right. So look, so think about it. Let's say most people just think, oh, I can't commit adultery with her, right? People are always trying to find loopholes in the law, right? I guess can't commit adultery with her. But as soon as you start to take off those panties or see her in her panties, see her nakedness, brother, you're wrong.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? As soon as you see her in this state, you're wrong. And we go back to, can somebody find me Ham and when Noah was naked and Shem and Japheth went in there and covered him up, and Ham, what's the name? Go ahead.
So, did you want also the precept where Christ says, if thou hast looked, thou hast looked at thy brother's wife, thou hast committed adultery?
Right. Yes, kind of that one too. Give me those two real quick.
Genesis 19.
Those two. I can't stress this enough to my son. Put the damn shirt on. Or if the door is closed, you just open it. No boundaries. Sister, you gotta establish some boundaries with that boy. You know what I'm saying? You gotta establish some boundaries. You're the woman of the house. You manage that house. If the father's in the home, you make him enforce those boundaries. He should be enforcing that. And you should just be running what he enforces. You know what I'm saying? Like, father be like the CEO and the woman be the daytime manager. You know what I'm saying? And when they don't listen to the daytime manager, the CEO got to step in and start firing and hiring. You know what I'm saying? So make your son respect it. You know what I'm saying? He has to do it. It's the right thing to do.
So, sir, I got the one in Matthew. Want that one?
All right, go ahead. You can read that one. No, it's like I want the one in Genesis first, but with Ham, because it's more on topic.
I have it.
I'm ready.
Okay. This is the book of Genesis, chapter 9, verse 20. And Noah began to be a husbandman, and he planted a vineyard.
Mm-hmm.
And he drank of the wine and was drunken when he was uncovered within his tent.
Right. So Noah was, he was sitting there, he was drinking, he got a little on, got drunk. He went in his tent, and the brother which is right. He went in his tent, and he was out. Now I mean he was out. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
And Ham, the father of Canaan, saw the nakedness of his fathers and told his two brethren without.
So Ham went to his father's tent went there to something to ask him something, and he saw his father's nakedness. Seen his father, and we can just imagine knowing what nakedness is. He probably seen everything. Noah probably was stark naked. No, probably was. Scriptures don't describe. It just shows nakedness. Could have just seen him, but in his drawers. You know what I'm saying? But Noah saw it. That's what it was. Go ahead.
And told his two brethren without. And Shem and Japheth took a garment and laid it upon both their shoulders and went backward and covered the nakedness of their father.
So then Shem and Ham come in this tent and they see their father. They're like, oh man, we cover this man up. You know what I'm saying? And they walk backwards. They want to keep looking at him.
Right.
They walk backwards and they cover that man up. See what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And covered the nakedness of their father, and their faces were backward. And they saw not their father's nakedness.
And they saw not their father's nakedness. See what I'm saying? It's not what we were supposed to do. Did it talk about what Ham did after that?
And Noah awoke from his wine and knew what his younger son had done unto him. And he said, cursed be Canaan, servant of servants.
You can drop that. You can drop that. Right? So Ham ended up getting cursed, and that was that. He knows what his sons did to him that covered him up. You see what I'm saying? But he probably he probably vaguely remember I remember my Ham coming into the room, but I don't remember what he wanted. But then I do remember last I seen was Shem and Japheth coming to the room, and now I got this blanket on me. So you got think about how you will put together your morning after a long night of drinking. If anybody ever drinks, it's kind of how you do it. How you do it. Like, damn, what did I remember that happening, but I don't remember that happening. I do remember, you know what I'm saying? That's kind of what Noah did. And he remembered. As he thought on it, he remembered. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's get it. What's the other one you pulled?
Matthew 5:27.
Let's get it.
This is the book of Matthew, chapter 5, verse 27. Ye have heard that it was said by them of old time, thou shalt not commit adultery. Matthew 5:28. But I say unto you that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her have committed adultery with her already in his heart.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna break this down. Now, what does this mean? Who can tell me? Go ahead, Nasazak.
Like, it's one thing to look at a fair woman like, oh yeah, like she's beautiful, like you know what I mean, like she's somebody I could potentially see myself with, and you know what I mean, a certain type of manner. But to look upon a woman that is the wife of another man and to still have those same particular thoughts, like right after, like is no different than actually committing the actual physical act.
Okay. Khan, you own it. You actually, yeah. But okay, look, it's like this. You see a brother and his wife. You're like, that's a beautiful sister.
Right.
That brother has a beautiful wife. Nothing wrong with that. See what I'm saying?
Oh.
Nothing wrong with but you gotta be in the spirit of brotherhood when you do it. Nothing wrong with being like, hey, brother, you got a beautiful family. You know what I'm saying? Nothing wrong with saying that. I wouldn't say it too much, but you know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong in doing that. But now when you start to look at it, sister, how you look at a single woman and what you start to put her in the box of, she was my wife and she was this, I would do it like this, or I'll be doing this, I'll be doing that. You start to go into that mode, you're wrong. Because once you go into that mode, you're now what? Usually what comes with lust comes action. You're going to try to now talk to her more, be more friendly with her, try to whatever type of way to slide in there a little bit, make her notice you. That's where the problem lies. You see what I'm saying? Because now you're putting action, that thought, you put action behind that thought. Rather than it just being like, hey, Shalom, what's up? I see you, bro. You got you a good looking wife. You got you a good looking, like, you know, just congratulating the brother. That's a different spirit than, yeah, I want her. And I'm going to try to get more closer to her because I think she's beautiful. That's the difference. And that's what Christ is talking about. That spirit that you're in, you might as well have just had sex with her. Because you're going to try to have sex with her. He's more so telling you that you shouldn't even be that way with another man's wife. You should be more like, nah, it's not a man's wife. You shouldn't even think about it. Understand? All right, let's go back to Leviticus 18. Y'all got any questions on it? I'll break it down further, but that's the gist of that scripture.
Verse 17.
Mm-hmm.
Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughters.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness.
All right, so let me get Leviticus 20 and 14 and Deuteronomy 27 and 23.
Want me to drop this one? Want me to drop this one?
No, hold it, because I'm coming back here, but these are just precepts for these precepts right here. Right? So when you're thinking about it, you can't when this isn't covered in nakedness, these are basically like damn near sexual relations. You know what I'm saying? You can't do these things, right? You can't uncover the nakedness of thy brother's wife. It's thy brother's nakedness. Thy son's wife. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. What does that mean? Who can tell me that right now? What does that mean? Type it in the chat if you know what that means. You can't uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter. Give the chat 1 second. Y'all type it in if you know it, if you have this opportunity to. I think Natazak had his hand raised first. What you think, Natazak?
Like if you were to get a wife and she has a daughter, you can't lay with that daughter.
Not, that's true, but not in this context of a woman and her daughter. Okay. What'd you say one more time? What you said?
Like if you get a rib and she has a daughter, you're not supposed to lay with her daughter.
Right. What's another scenario though? What's another way that could be said? Go ahead.
Talking about the granddaughter?
No, not the granddaughter. If you, all right, hold on, I'm gonna get this. Them together. You're close, sister, Olivia. Okay, look, I'm gonna put it like this. I'm gonna give you the answer. Let's say you got a wife. You can't sleep. Natazak was right in what he said, but you also cannot sleep with your wife. Basically, you can't sleep with your wife and her mom. You see what I'm saying? You can't sleep with your wife's mom. If you got a wife, a woman, and her daughter, or if you have the daughter, you can't sleep with her mom. Now how do I know that? Give me Leviticus 20 and 14 and Deuteronomy 27 and 23.
The book of Leviticus chapter 20 and verse 14.
Mm-hmm.
And if a man take a wife and her mother, it is wickedness. They shall be burnt with fire.
They shall die. Burn their ass. You take a wife, or you take you a wife and her mom? Good night. You just want to have sex with the whole family then, huh? That's what America promotes, and that's what you cannot do. See what I'm saying? You cannot do that as a man that serves God. Can't do it. Right?
Right.
Now give me Deuteronomy 27:23. This one's clear cut to the point. Right?
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 27 and verse 23. Cursed be he that lieth with his mother-in-law, and all the people shall say, Amen.
All the people shall agree. Yeah, he deserved that. That's right. You see what I'm saying? That these are things that we gotta avoid in being and doing. You see what I'm saying? So when that sister is telling you go over there, you meet her mama, and she like, oh, my mama gonna love you. She gonna try to do this and that. You like, girl, I ain't looking at your mama. I'm a priest of God. I can't even do that. It's unlawful. See what I'm saying? Like, I would never sleep with your mom. See what I'm saying? It's not even in my mind. It's against the law. You understand? Go ahead.
Verse 24?
Verse 18. We'll go back to 18 to 18. It's like, read 17. Let's go back to 18.
Verse 17.
You got a question?
Yeah, it's like seriously. I got confused. I thought you were asking about her daughter's daughter to uncover her naked. Right? That's talking about a grandchild.
Yeah, that's talking about her grandchild. Her daughter's daughter. You can't uncover the nakedness. You can't have sex with your granddaughter. You can't do it. You can't have sex. But like the law has to, go over these things because this is what we were seeing in the land of Egypt. This is what we were seeing in the land of Canaan. This is what we're seeing in America. You see what I'm saying? These are things that we are seeing over and over in these lands that we dwell in.
Right.
And the Lord is saying, I'm your God. You better not do these things. This is not right. See what I'm saying? Granddaughters, aunties, uncles, children, in-laws, no bueno. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 17. Thou shalt not uncover the nakedness of a woman and her daughter, neither shalt thou take her son's daughter or her daughter's daughter to uncover her nakedness, for they are her near kinsmen. It is wickedness.
Right. You can't vex a woman. Like, imagine what you would put a sister through. Are you sleeping with her mama? You know what I'm saying? God damn. Like, ain't that supposed to be your wife? Don't you have a duty to that woman? Don't you have an honor to that woman? Don't you have, isn't that what marriage is? You twain to become one flesh, and now you're going to twain to become one flesh with her mom?
Damn.
With her daughter? You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, God.
With her son?
Nasty, man.
Or with your son? Or with your brother's wife? You see what I'm saying? Or you're gonna do it with what? What else you would do it with? Yeah. Some of the ones they just said. Your aunt? Like, these are things, brother, put them in your mind. So when these scenarios come up, which is common in the Israelite community, these scenarios are common. Like, it's not all, like, you will hear about it. Like, a brother, they might try to keep it on low, but he done popped his auntie. He done did his father's wife. Reuben did it with his father's wife.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? These are things that happen, but you cannot let them happen. God is against these things. You see what I'm saying? Child molest, child abuse, stepdads with stepdaughters.
Right.
Uncles with their nieces. Fathers with their, different scenarios. Stepmom, stepson. These things cannot happen in Israel. It's wickedness in the eyes of the Lord you need to fix it. You cannot allow it to happen. Be watchful over your daughters. Be watchful over your sons. Be watchful over yourselves. Right? Let's go. Where we at? 18?
Kind of.
All right.
Just a second. That's loading up.
Sorry, I got it, sir.
Go ahead.
Leviticus 18, chapter 18, verse 18. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness, beside the other in her lifetime.
Right. So you can't even take a wife to your sister. You can't marry your sister's wife. As long as your wife lives, you can't marry her sister. Now, if your wife dies, you can marry her sister, but you cannot marry your sister while your sister's marry your wife and her sister while one of them is alive. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
It's unlawful to do. So if your wife has a sister and she's beautiful to you, brother, get it out your mind. It's unlawful. You understand?
Right.
Can't do it.
Right.
You got the one you got. That's what you get.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. Leave it at that. Put another brother on it. Show another brother. Show some brotherhood. Put that brother on that good looking sister that you looking at. Shoot. I want to see it. No, I'm playing. No, I'm joking, but no, in a more serious matter, no, you cannot marry a sister and her sister. It's unlawful to do.
Right.
All right, let's keep going.
What verse, yo?
19.
Okay, I got it. Verse 19. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
Right. So this is another thing that they do. You cannot approach a woman that is on. Read it one more time. I'm gonna break it down.
Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
Right. So what does this mean? Let's hear. I'm gonna hear what y'all think on this one. What does this mean? Go ahead. Come.
So is it two things? Like one is it's on her monthly.
Her
the
flower.
Other, huh?
Her flower.
Her flower, yeah.
Okay.
Then the other is cleanliness. Like if that woman's been found, like she's doing like some, like she's being she committed adultery, or after she's put apart for some uncleanliness.
Not that part. You was right on the first part.
Okay.
That's not what this scripture is. That's not what this law is speaking to right here. All right. You got something you want to say, Natazak? What y'all think in the comments? Type it in. What is this? Read it one more time for the people in the comments, just in case they didn't hear it.
Come. Also, thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
So what is that? Okay. So what do y'all think of that? Break that down for me real quick. Let me hear y'all answers of what y'all think that means or what y'all think that is. All right. Go ahead. That's that.
Like,
he said the flower part. That's right. He's absolutely right on that. Go ahead.
Then also when after she's lied with her husband, just don't be around her.
No, that's not it. So you just knock the boots. Go ahead and get you around 2, 3, 4 in. Go ahead.
After a woman's just giving birth, she's unclean.
There you go.
Okay.
Think of the situations to where a woman will be unclean. It's if she has an issue. Let's get Leviticus. Let me think. I think it's 15. No, you don't got it. I'll just break it down for y'all, right? I'm not sure which one it is. She's on her period. That's what the brother meant when he said flower. Flower is a biblical term for period. You see what I'm saying? When a woman has an issue down there, what is the issue? An issue will be anything that concerns blood, hemorrhaging, STD, or tract infections, things of that nature. You want to avoid. She's unclean down there. Think of what makes a woman unclean. Those are the times you want to avoid having sex with your woman. Now, when she just had a baby, now it's a law that a woman can't come around. Brothers might get this mixed up. Sister has a child. she can't come around the temple for 80 days. I think it's the daughter's 80, son 40. If I'm not mistaken. You just had a baby recently, right?
Yeah, so like I think he has 80 days.
80 for this daughter,
Yeah.
40 for the son, right? It's half the time.
Yeah.
Okay, so you know, doctor be like, don't have sex for about a month and a half. Right? But she still got 80 days.
Right.
So does that mean I can't have sex with my wife? She doesn't have an issue. The doctors cleared her because she can't come around. Do I not have sex with her? What you say, Malakma?
Good question, sir. Can
That'd be the great debate now. She be ready. She'll be like, but I don't know. It's Con, you can't. You can't. She doesn't have an issue. She's not bleeding. She's not. The doctor cleared her. Stitches is healed or whatever the situation may be. She's good to go, brother. She just can't come around us. She can't come around the temple. She's set apart in that aspect. She doesn't have an issue. Her uncleanliness, what makes her unclean is not. It's just the fact that she had a baby.
Oh, okay.
It's not she has an issue coming out of her. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Good, sir. I remember General Q broke it down too. He said that the other reason for that law is also to keep the baby safe. Because the first few months, right, like the baby's vulnerable to like all the diseases and stuff out there. So you want to keep that baby and that mother separated from everybody until the baby's immune system develops.
Right. And a lot of women be breastfeeding at that time too. They need to get a certain amount of strength back to them before they can come back around. That's also the case too. But so just think of like if your woman's on her period, a lot of people try to have periods flower sex. Just crazy to me. But it's something that people try to do.
Right.
And like if it happens by accident, brother, don't get it wrong. You didn't know it was coming. Let's get it. Come on, give me Leviticus 15 real quick. I'm gonna break that down too. Give me 1 second, real quick.
Come.
Rolling hard, forever I be rolling hard. Trials and tribulations in my life got me rolling hard. Woke up, Lord bless me with another day. Eat shit, showered, and be on my way. Jumped in the two-door, Monte Carlo, solo, with a fofo, on my way to get the dough, yo. If you don't work, then you don't eat. Don't be scared to walk through life when you got feet. You gotta run a race, it's a track meet. Can't trust nobody on the street, so you pack heat. Just got a phone call, my homie I grew up with dead. And last night my other partner had his dough kicked in by Fed. Crooked cop pull to your hood and up your steps, searching till they find your stash box where the gun is kept. I ain't never slept, some dream a fairy tale crime. The judge ain't giving no breaks, he giving jail time. I'ma put my trust and faith in the Lord. Never scarred on the boulevard, always rolling hard. I'm rolling hard, rolling hard. Rolling hard. Whatever I be rolling hard.
Fuck y'all. The water man women. If y'all got any questions, what time you guys start your show, Malakma?
I mean, I was gonna start like whenever you're done. Like usually that was a shoot for 10 o'clock.
Shoot for 10 o'clock? Okay. I ain't gonna be too much longer. I just want to get through this. I probably won't go into the examples, y'all. Time is short. I'll probably just run them down. If you heard these accounts before, you'll probably know what I'm talking about. If you haven't, then we'll just, if you haven't, go look them up. You know what I'm saying? Like, and you can ask your question next week. All right. She said, why so long away from the daughter? Why is it so long away that you have to be away from the daughter's 80 days and the daughter's 40? I remember hearing it, but do you know? Go ahead, Malak.
Like, so wasn't it less for boy because he's got to do the, what is it, circumcision?
I don't think it's a circumcision. I think if I remember correctly, you know what? I don't want to say nothing wrong, but if I remember correctly, I believe it's because it's like I don't want to give you the wrong answer, sis. I can't even do that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get I know it because I got children, so I know it, but I'm gonna make sure. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna make sure for you, and I'll get back to you. You know what I'm saying? I'll make sure the next class I teach, or if you can ask the brother that you check in with, if you do check in, ask him. He can be able to get the answer for you. As a matter of fact, let me see. What did he say? How can I get those UPK shirts? You gotta be in the UPK, brother.
Right.
You gotta these ain't just for wholesale. He said, how can I get those UPK shirts we be wearing? Hey, you gotta get in here. Come in. You know what I'm saying? Do your time. Change yourself. Become a new man. And you can get these shirts. You can wear all the shirts you want.
I think that brother was saying that he wanted to get back into the UPK.
Who is that? Y'all know who he is? You can tell me later. It's fine. Yeah, if you want to be, you got to be in the fold. We can't just have you in a UPK shirt and you still smoke weed. You walking around the whole stroll in a UPK shirt. I was in there. I want to get back. What zone was you? What zone are you in, Chief? What zone were you in? Let us know what zone you was in. You was out here? Was he out here? Lie. Well, if you was in and you want to get back in Cincinnati, get back in Cincinnati. Get back in with Captain. What's the captain name out there in Cincinnati? Right there on the tip of my tongue. I just seen him. He had a fly garment out there in at Passover with the cape and everything. Napataza. Get back in contact with Captain Napataza. If not, Captain Kapash or Hadar Yala, they'll plug you into the right resources. Let me see if I can get Cincinnati's number. Yep, Napataza. Yep, you already know. Come on. What you waiting on? What you waiting on? You know how to get the UPK shirts. All right, let's get back to the topic. Do your time, become a trooper, wear that all black, get an all black UPK shirt. And so you can wear a red one, a blue one, a black, whatever you want to rock, whatever your preference. But get back into the fold, man. What you waiting on? Don't you see World War III coming? Don't you see the end of the world happening? Don't you see all these lewd sexual acts going on? Don't you see the wickedness of this world? Don't you see society doesn't love you? Don't wait to be great. Be great now. Don't wait to serve the Lord. Serve the Lord now.
Right.
That's your mindset you gotta have. You can't. Don't be slack. You a worker of Christ.
I'm right.
You know what I'm saying? I war. Hold on.
I can start playing a video again. Oh no, Salaki.
All right, come on, let's rock. Where we at? Leviticus?
Come.
Let's get it.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 18 and verse 18. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness.
No, because some brothers be doing that stuff in the wrong spirit too. So that's why I says to vex her.
Right.
Like they really don't like their wife. So they'll go get try to go get their sister's wife. You see what I'm saying? And that's wickedness in the eyes of the Lord.
Right.
Wow.
It's a spirit in this man. I'm telling you, he keep hitting me in my face. Like.
I thought you was smoking for a second, man. In the thing you cool.
Oh shoot!
Man.
Oh man,
That's hilarious.
that's comedy.
No, let's get it though.
Verse 18. Neither shalt thou take a wife to her sister to vex her, to uncover her nakedness, besides the other in her lifetime.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 19. Also thou shalt not approach unto a woman to uncover her nakedness, as long as she is put apart for her uncleanness.
Right, we went over that. Flowers, hemorrhaging, bleeding, STDs, anything that you know that you STIs. That's the proper word to say. Or is it UT? How you say it? Is it STIs? How you say it, little boy? Is it STDs or what is it? STIs? What's the other word? UTIs. What's that? Okay, yeah. So like STDs and UTIs. Well, not UTIs. STDs and ST. Y'all know what I mean. So like I didn't say it 3 times. STIs. The water. You know what I'm saying? You got something to say?
Like, so there was I don't know if you want me to share this. There's a post circulating of Sexy Red, and what she said, I don't know if you want that.
Oh, what'd she say?
She's sitting in the doctor's office and saying, waiting on the doctor to come tell me why my box thing.
Ain't boxing. And she still was out there doing it. Nah, we can pass on that.
Jeez Louise.
Give me I wanted something in Leviticus 15. I said let's get into it. Let's get Leviticus 15 real quick. Let me get there with y'all.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 1. Mm-hmm. And the Lord spake unto Moses and to Aaron, saying,
hold on, let me find it. It's something I was talking about with the
about being unclean.
With the women, right?
Okay.
I think it's 19. Is it 19?
If a woman have an issue, yeah, come.
Let's get it.
The book of Leviticus, chapter 15 and verse 19. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood,
mm-hmm.
she shall be put apart 7 days.
Right. So this is speaking of the period. For all those who don't know, this is speaking of your period or a flower. Right. So if a woman have an issue, and the issue be blood, okay, yeah, this is what I was talking about, right? And I remember before I went to the restroom, about while you doing it, and you don't know if her period is coming, and you might get. Her period comes while y'all doing it. Those type of things happen.
Right.
Now, that's not a sin. You see what I'm saying? Because she wasn't actively on her flower, and you didn't actively, while she was on her flower, go and try to do it with her. You see what I'm saying? Now, this is understand the spirit of what you do. Some people, she be on her flower, and they be like, I'm finna go do it with her. On her flower. Go ahead, man.
There's a term that people will say in the world. I'm pretty sure we all heard it right. Readily.
Right. Nasty as shit.
Running the red light.
You a nasty ass nigga. I say it like that. I say it like that for a reason, because you're nasty. You can't wait, brother. You can't wait. You know what I'm saying? You can't wait. Just wait. Nigga. It's all good. It's gonna be there. It's gonna be good. You want to see all that disgusting slaughterhouseness? Pig in his head cut off. That's what you want to see. It's crazy. You know what I mean? If you could you pick up where the brother was at? Where we at? Oh, you was reading Slack.
Come.
Leviticus 15. So if you're doing it and it comes while you're doing it, stop, brother. You know what I'm saying? Go clean yourself off. You are now unclean 7 days. You understand? Just like she would be unclean 7 days. You understand? Go ahead.
She shall be put apart 7 days.
She shall be put apart. So when she's on her period, brother, she cannot come around. Your wife is on her flower. She cannot come to no high holy days. She cannot come to no classes. She cannot come to no gatherings of the congregation. You understand? She can't. Right?
Right.
She cannot come around. She's to be put apart away from the congregation, separate. Right? Keep going. For 7 days. This is speaking of her flower, her period. Go ahead.
Okay. And whosoever toucheth her shall be unclean until the even.
So if you touch her, you're unclean until the evening.
Right.
You understand? So go ahead.
Verse 20. And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean.
Right. So it's good for your wife it's biblical for your wife to try to, well, usually we'll have a separation house. This is when we had our own stuff. She will have her, now we living in a 1-bedroom, 2-bedroom condo. You can't leave her. You're gonna touch her, you're gonna lay in the bed with her. But the biblical thing to do would be to give her a towel. She lay on the towel, she sits on the towel, she just walks around in a robe, or so to speak. So if anything was to happen, it's on the robe, it's on the towel. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
What I said is someone broke it down and said that usually this time, for 7 days like that, she can go take out to a spa somewhere and have a vacation for 7 days. She on the flower, like that was a whole,
Yeah, I mean,
could do with the king.
You could do with that. Get away from me. Don't come around. Whatever the hell you want, go ahead. You know what I mean?
Take some time out.
You go get your feet rubbed for 7 days. I don't give a damn. Don't come back around until we can get it down. You know what I'm saying? No, I'm joking, of course, but yeah, just separate yourself. That's all. You know what I mean? Go ahead, keep reading.
Everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
That's where the towel comes in. Because if she sits on the towel, you just remove the towel and now it's good. You see what I'm saying? But the reason was this because we didn't have Tampax Pearl, bro. We didn't have the ultra absorbent, tampons or pads. We had, it was getting greasy back in the day. Some flows be heavy. It was everywhere, brother. It was like a damn. That's why you had to go over it. Just be separate. You bring this around us? Like, no, come on now. Get that away from us. Go ahead.
All right, so that's probably, I don't know, we look at this, that's mercy from the Lord,
hey,
for her to be apart for those 7 days. Usually, since that's how they moody as hell.
Yeah, it's like you can argue with your man. It's like, hey, I got your brother. I got two made 76. Be with her for the day. They understand anyway. Go ahead, be with her. Tend to her needs. Be with her, and come back around when you're done.
Right.
It's all done. Go ahead.
Okay. Verse 22. Verse 21. And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even.
All right, this is like the Bible is such like okay. I remember Mike X made a joke about it, but it's such true. He said there's certain ethnic groups that can't teach me nothing. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And he mentioned how Edomites can't teach him nothing about religion. Edomites also can't teach me nothing about religion. Nobody can teach me nothing about religion but the ISBK and the Commander Jenny Hana. But also, it's like it's not even religion. Nobody can teach me nothing about the Bible but the ISBK and the Commander Jenny Hana. And secondly, Esau can't teach me nothing about getting clean, soap water, busting suds, nothing. You know what I'm saying? They can recommend me a good brand, but you ain't finna tell me how to clean myself. You understand? The Bible has the real science. It tells you the real things that we've been teaching you to, bro. If you have sex, go wash up, nigga.
Right.
Like, you know what I'm saying? You touch that stuff, you touch some blood, go wash up. Right. These are things that are what's in our nature, what's in us to do. You see what I'm saying? Those are the type of things I be seeing Edomites talk about. They don't use washcloths. They don't even touch the soap. They just rinse off. And they will not wash up for 2 weeks. It's like, brother, what? Are you on strike? Like, what's going on? A week is crazy. Come on.
There was a story of the devil. He didn't bathe for 20 years, and what he was do is I guess he was a biology teacher or whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
He would spray bacteria on him to keep him clean.
Oh yeah, he tripping. Eat your. It's like you gotta wash your behind. You gotta wash your behind. I might do a class on how to properly wash your behind if I get approved for it. What to do, how to do it. What? Because man, it got to get done. Go ahead, not that.
Nah, it's 12. I was just gonna talk more about what Edom be doing. But
please.
Well, you see that it's a thing where they talk about how high heels were created.
Yeah,
because in the time of Rome, they was.
I seen that.
How can I say?
Defecate
on themselves, like just walk around, just defecating all over.
That's why the dresses was so big and wide.
Right.
Yeah, disgusting. And you walking around, so you gonna defecate on yourself. And you gonna walk up in my house, smelling like straight shit, sloggy. Boo boo. It's disgusting. Go ahead,
I will say, sir. I mean, the East Indians, right? Since we're on the top.
Oh, they. Oh my gosh.
Right. Who knew that red dot on the women's and the men's head? Like that was period blood they would put on their foreheads.
Oh man.
Are you serious?
Comic-Con.
I never heard that.
And now they broke it down. Like they to that goddess that they worship and whatnot. Like they would get the blood from a box. Right, and put it on their forehead. So they would do is I guess get it from a woman and put it on their forehead to honor that God.
So they go touch a woman's period, but
put it on their forehead.
And put it on their forehead.
You see, it's a red dot.
You see how the Lord wants you separate. You see how the Lord wants you pure. How the Lord wants you clean, because these practices that these other nations have are impure, unclean, disgusting. You see what I'm saying? The fact that if you knew why women have periods.
Right.
You wouldn't want that to touch you. If you knew why they have periods in the first place. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
They have periods and pain during childbirth because they cause men to fall. They cause us to sin. And you gonna put that on your forehead? You know what kind of mockery that is? I'm gonna showboat this. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like you Christians with a cross.
Right.
I'm gonna showboat this. What Christ died on? I'm a showboat it. I'm gonna wear it on my chest. It's like your cousin dying from a gun violence. You just go get the gun he got on your chest. Like, he died from this gun. Yeah. Right. I love this gun. I love this. That's the same thing you do in Christianity. With the cross, with the blood on your forehead, with all these things. Stop following the ways of the heathen. Let's get back to Leviticus 18. I think I'm trying to breeze through this real quick. We almost done. Where we at, like 20 something?
On 20.
Oh, let's get it real quick.
Leviticus chapter 18 and verse 20. Moreover, thou shalt not lie carnally with thy neighbor's wife, to defile thyself with her.
All right, committing adultery in a nutshell, right there. Go ahead.
Verse 21. And thou shalt not let any of thy seed pass through the fire to Moloch.
Mm-hmm.
Neither shalt thou profane the name of thy God. I am the Lord. Thou shalt not lie with mankind.
All right,
as
hold on.
with
That
womankind.
Molech one we gotta break down, because you can't offer your seed, your children, to Molech, right? Whether it be physically or whether it be spiritually, right? Go ahead. Let's keep going.
Okay. Verse 22. Thou shalt not lie with mankind as with womankind.
You can't lie with a man as you would with a woman. Can't be LGBTQ. Can't be that. Go ahead. I had to think of the word. I was about to say something else. Go ahead.
It is an abomination. It is abomination.
Can we get the definition of abomination real quick? And please put it on the screen. What is an abomination? Because doing that is an abomination. Just real quick, please.
Right here, sir.
Go ahead.
Abomination from the Merriam-Webster's dictionary. Something regarded with disgust or hatred. something abominable.
Right.
Extreme disgust and hatred. Loathing.
The Lord has extreme disgust, and extreme hatred towards that. You understand? Let's keep going. Any questions about the wrap up the class? Type them in now. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 22. Neither shalt thou lie with any beast to defile thyself therewith.
Right? You can't lie with no beast. You can't lie with a goat. You can't lie with a sheep. You can't lie with a cow. You can't lie with a fish. Like, I don't even know why that would cross your mind, but go ahead.
Neither shall any woman stand before a beast to lie down thereto.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I seen one time it was a video circulating of an Edomite getting her thing pounded by a dog.
Nice.
A whole canine getting it she was tooting it up, the canine going stupid. You understand? And I hate to put it there. I put it that way for it to sound that way. For it to sound disgusting, for it to sound bad. You understand? Go ahead, Malakma.
Like, so would that also include, the Hamites when they be getting urinated on and putting, they
all that.
In cows?
Putting their head in the cow, anal cavity. They do all that type of stuff. Like, it's just, you cannot do this stuff. You understand? Like, it's crazy, right? Keep going.
It is confusion.
It's confusion. Go ahead.
Defile not ye yourselves in any of these things, for in all these the nations are defiled, which I cast out before you.
So defile not yourself in any of these things that we just went over from 1 through where we at.
We're on verse 25 now.
From 1 through 25. Defile not yourself in any of these things. You understand? Don't be a brother that is defiled or abominable in the eyes of the Lord with these things that we named above. Because the other nations are defiled because of these things. Right? Go ahead.
Verse 25. And the land is defiled.
And the land is defiled. Go ahead.
Therefore, I do visit the iniquity thereof upon it.
Mm-hmm.
And the land itself vomiteth out her inhabitants.
Right. That's why they're being uprooted. That's why America is being destroyed now. The inhabitants of America, the inhabitants of Israel, the inhabitants of Syria and Russia and Ukraine, the land is vomiting them out. They didn't take everything they can take from them. Just like you didn't drink all the drink you can drink. And then when you had your fill, when you went overboard, when you did over the top, you throw up. You vomit it out. Your body's trying to reject it now. You didn't have too much. It's the same thing with the land. The lands of America hasn't had too much. Too much bloodshed of Hispanic brothers, so-called. Too much bloodshed of Native brothers. Too much bloodshed of so-called African American brothers. You see what I'm saying? It's too much bloodshed. So now what's the land doing? But the inhabitants that live after that bloodshed, they're going to vomit them out. You understand that? Go ahead.
Verse 26. Ye shall therefore keep my statutes and my judgments,
Mm-hmm.
and shall not commit any of these abominations.
Look, keep the Lord's laws, statutes, and commandments, and don't commit an abomination, an extreme disgust. So the Lord won't have an extreme disgust with you or an extreme hate with you. You see what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Neither any of your own nation, nor any stranger that sojourneth among you.
Even the strangers that, look, when we rule, the world's going to be following the Lord's laws.
Right.
You understand that? The world. Ain't going to be a heathen that's eating bat. Ain't going to be a heathen that's having sex with a cat. I feel like Dr. Seuss right now. Sam, I am. If y'all get what I'm saying, right? Like, there's not going to be none of that. We're going to be doing the right things. And the world is going to do the right things when we're in the rulership. You're going to eat clean. You're going to wash your behind. Right. You're going to live clean. You're going to be happy. I'm telling you, you're going to be glad that we rule. It's not going to be like, Like they fear it so bad, they think that it's gonna be so, disgraceful because they hate us so much. They don't want it to happen. Yeah, you're gonna be in them fields for sure. But you're gonna go home. You're gonna have a nice hot shower for you. You're gonna be good. Maybe a cold shower. Maybe not. Maybe you didn't pay the gas bill. Who knows? Maybe not exactly was like, get that gas off. He ain't paying the bill. I don't give a damn. Till he pay that bill, I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. I'm providing for the nation. But he ain't paying that bill. Cut it off. Maybe that's how he might be. But you're gonna be able to shower. You're gonna have to be clean. You're gonna know that the Sabbath day is a holy day. You're gonna have that day off mandatory, just like Chick-fil-A got Sunday off. You're gonna have Saturday off. You see what I'm saying? You're gonna keep the high holy days. You ain't gonna be eating no pork, shrimp, crab, lobster. You're gonna be a healthy heathen.
Right.
If the Lord deems fit, because that's gonna be the laws of the world. Just like it says, what's that precept?
The world shall rejoice.
The world rejoices when the righteous are in rule. Pull that for me real quick while we end the class. I'm finna end the class right now. Is there anything else that I probably might need on this? No, I should be good, right? Those are the laws. We went through Leviticus 18. Those are the laws of sexual immorality. Who you can have sex with, who you can see naked, who you cannot see naked, who you can lie with, who you cannot lie with, right? Some of the examples while the brother pulls that precept before I close out this class. I'm going to hand this to you because I think it has a security announcement in it. We're going to read these just real quick. I think it's right. Oh, yeah, it's in the back. All right. Put it right here. So went through who you can have sex with, who you cannot have sex with, what time you can have sex with your woman, what time you can't have sex with your woman. You can't have sex with your wife's mother, sister, daughter. You can't have sex with your father, uncle, auntie, things like that. You know what I'm saying? Some of the examples of immoral or moral sexual relations. You got Genesis 39 with Joseph and Potiph's wife. I might be saying that wrong, but it's in Genesis the 39th chapter. It's when Joseph's wife, I'm not slacking. Potiph's wife wanted to have sex with Joseph, right? And Joseph refused. She accused him of rape, and Joseph got thrown in jail, right?
Right.
That's an example of a brother resisting the urge of adultery, right? Resisting the urge of sleeping with another man's wife. It was a righteous act. You got in the book of 2 Samuel, you got David and Bathsheba. When David slept with Uriah's wife, that was a brother that didn't resist the temptation. He seen her nakedness and suffered the consequences of it. Lot and his daughters, that's in the book of Genesis. I forget the chapter, but it's in the book of Genesis. And he had sex with his own daughters. You see how the Lord cursed them. You got Amnon and Tamar, that's in the book of Samuel as well. It's when Amnon raped his sister Tamar, right? And then where we at right now? What I call for?
Proverbs 22, sir.
Let's go.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice.
When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. When we rule, when blacks, Hispanics, and natives are going to rule this earth, and brothers and sisters that are planning on and working on ruling this earth and raising up children, hard labor is there. Don't get it wrong. You're gonna have there's jobs that require hard labor, but we are not going to be like how Esau is. We're not going to be raping them. We're not going to be doing any of those things. We're going to be rulers over them in righteousness in Christ. You see what I'm saying? Right. Go ahead.
But when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn.
When the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. The world is in mourning as you see it.
Right.
It's obvious. Like, I don't gotta really break that down. Just look at the world today, and you tell me if people are happy or if people are suffering, right? And with that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Officer Commandant. I mean, that's like Malakma. My bad. This is a security announcement, so we can close it out. Salute and close it out.
ISUPK security announcements. We are the ISUPK, started out of 1 West 125th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After the 6-month period, the brother or sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment, Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in the Hebrew, ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to Treasury Department or teacher, priest fund, free will offering for priests. Not mandatory, whatsoever amount you would like. Upcoming holy convocations. What is the feast of first fruit? The feast of first fruits in June 17th. Announce holy convocation from sheep. Remind Akim and Aqua to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, to start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that, man of Israel, we're going to give one courteous salute to the teacher. If you could, Kasha, please start Asar, which means to stand and face the teacher. Man of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amajah, Barak,
Yahweh Hashem Yahushua Barakatah.
Man of Israel, now what we're going to do is going to give one courteous salute to the sisters. You can turn Asar and face the sisters. Man of Israel, Amaj Shabbat, Amajah, Barak,
Yahweh Shema, the thumb by Hashem Yahushua.
With that, y'all get the time, class dismissed.